Welcome back everybody to the ProComps meta forecast. Today we're going to be doing 25.11 as we'll go over S tier champions, some great combinations for you and your duos, and more importantly, what team comps you can play this patch. In the top lane, S tiers are going to be Shen, Olaf and Set. There hasn't been a lot of major changes except for Cho'Gath getting readjusted this patch, as his buffs last time were making him a little overtuned. The others hitting with changes is going to be Garen getting his crit build nerfed, making him more of a bruiser, while Aatrox W is scaling with AD. But these changes are very small, so keep towards those main champions of Set, Shen and Olaf, and you'll be perfectly fine up in the top lane. Elise, J4 and Volibear will be at the top of our list for this jungle patch. Elise recently has been super impressing me, mostly because of those AP burst damage buffs has made her feel a lot stronger. Fortunately for everyone at home, she will receive a slight nerf, but I still think personally that she will be in that S tier. As for some other champions for next patch to watch out for, Diana, Rengar and Udyr have had a little bit of a tick up with those buffs, but they're mostly going to be in the same place as before. Going in towards the mid lane, it had a big overhaul of items last patch that we just talked about. This has helped all those burst mages, so champions like Annie, Lux and Nico are thriving in this current meta. And they are our top 3 S tier champions. Twisted Fate and Rise have also received some buffs, but nothing more than a few minor changes. Lastly, Horizon Focus will be getting a buff next patch, helping out Lux even more, and maybe Vel'Koz players might be on the rise again. Heading down towards the bot lane for the AD carries, or maybe I could say APCs, as Twitch has been getting a decent buff in the next patch, helping his AP scalings, bringing him to a decent spot in the meta as he'll be flexible now in his build path, being either an ADC or an APC. Another AD carry to receive buff this patch is going to be Sivir, who has joined Tristana and Kog'Maw in that S tier bracket, dethroning Lucian, who received a nerf for his damage and joins the nerf in the Fiery Dragon Smolder. And towards the last role support, Sona, Braum and Nami will be our S tiers. With so many champion changes in other roles, nothing has actually changed in support. All their S tier champions have stayed the same, with Sona, Braum and Nami being on top. The only small note is Horizon Focus will help those poke supports with their second item choices. With us knowing now who these S tier champions are, which two are on top? This week we wanted to spice it up. We got 2 new entries on the list for S tier top champions. For the first one, it has to be Annie in the mid lane. With those new item changes, she has exploded in win rate and popularity. She's got no real bad matchups as she is super strong in the current meta. For the second top tier champ is going to be Nami in support. This support doesn't just work with AD carries, it's exceptional with those APCs as well. Her Tycaller buffs do auto attack abilities, making it great with literally anyone. Now let's hop on over to our blind pick segment. These are the champions you can pick first in solo queue and not care what they pick into you. This patch there are plenty of blind pickable champions. Nami and Annie of course are going to be on the list, but some major other notes is Yorick for split pushing in the top lane and Malzahar in the mid lane just for that burst damage. If you are first time in Malzahar, he's still solid as hell, and really with any of the champions you see on this list. You may know who's blind pickable, but who are the best duos for you and your friend to be picking up? For the top and jungle, it has to be the Olaf and Ivern. The main reason for this is Olaf can run in like hell, Ivern keeping you alive, and it's just completely bonkers with the heals and shields. Now towards the mid lane for the mid jungle duo, it has to be the popular Annie Neferi. We've seen this a lot over in many of these OP esports regions, like Korea, like China, and the big thing about them is if you want someone to disappear, just throw your ultimates on them and they will do exactly that. Now, bot lane is a little bit harder to disappear. It is going to be Senna and Maokai down there. They actually have a 55% win rate together, and the main reason for this is they have a lot of damage and a lot of tankiness as well, as Maokai and Senna both have a healing ability and plenty of lockdown CC, with Maokai using his W into that Senna route is absolutely bonkers. So try and pick up any of these champions and you will 2v8 your games. But now on towards our best draft segment. For our first one, Protect the President comp, what you want to do is pick up a major hyper carry like the Jinx we have this week. You pair it up with a Janna, Orianna, Kayn and Cho'Gath, and the way you want to play this team comp is keep your AD carry alive. If you get towards 2 or 3 items, you are not losing these team fights. But let's say team fights aren't your win con. You want to try and play for your side lanes and try to pick people off. Well, we have a team comp for you. What you got to do is pick up an Ornn, Nocturne, Ahri, Jhin, and Nautilus. This team composition thrives at trying to get people when they're out of position. Use that Nocturne ultimate, Nautilus, and even that Jhin on top of it to catch people out when they expect it least. Another great option for you could be an engage style comp. This one is very much go balls to the walls and just have a little bit of fun. You have Ambessa up top, Zac in the jungle, Neferi in the mid lane, and supporting them will be Senna, Seraphine in the bot side. What you want to do is have Zac jump in with the Neferi and Ambessa, add the Seraphine ultimate on top, and just have Senna deal some damage in the backline, shield and heal, and do all of that. This is really good if you just want to stick as a team and be a complete meatball. Now let's head over towards our Siege style comp. We're going to have Kennen, Nidalee, Tristana, Varus, and Leona. This one is going to be the hardest one to execute as a team, and your whole idea is trying to poke out the enemies and start taking these towers from them. A great combination is mostly this Nidalee, Tristana, and Leona, as Leona can CC for that Nidalee spear to land, and of course Tristana getting the buff of Nidalee's W. It's a really annoying team comp to deal with, so highly recommend it. But to finish off our team comps this week, it is going to be the 1-3-1 split style. This one's all about getting either your mid laner or top laner ahead. So what we've done is we put Kayle and Yasuo in those side lanes, Rek'Sai in the jungle, and Sivir and Alistar down towards the bot lane. What you need to do is leave your AD carry alone, play for those lanes, keep ganking, and get one of them ahead, because late into the game, they are going to be 1v9 material. But with that, you're fully caught up on this recent patch. Make sure to like and subscribe, as we put a lot of work into these videos. But if you guys think there's any team comps or champions that we've missed out on here today, make sure to put it down in the comments below. But except for that, have a wonderful day.